I had been troubled with my exhaust manifold. I decided to come down anyway in the best available pasture.
Amelia Earhart, a brave and talented pilot, captured the world's imagination with her incredible flying adventures. She was the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean, inspiring many with her courage.
I wasn't exactly excited because I had expected it.
Who was the first person you saw?
The owner of the land, I think he was surprised.
In 1937, her plane vanished over the Pacific, leaving the world to wonder about her fate. For decades, people questioned what happened to Amelia and her navigator, Fred Noonan. Despite many theories and stories, no evidence was found until now. After 87 years, a stunning discovery might finally uncover the secrets of Amelia Earhart's final flight. Early life and inspirations. Amelia Mary Earhart was born on July 24, 1897 in Atchison, Kansas. Raised unconventionally, she developed a sense of adventure from a young age, engaging in outdoor play and activities typically associated with boys. After witnessing her first aircraft at the Iowa State Fair in 1908, she quickly lost interest. However, her fascination with aviation was reignited in Toronto during World War I, where she encountered wounded soldiers and military aviators. Aviation journey begins. In 1920, after a passenger flight with Frank Hawks, Amelia knew she had to fly. She began flying lessons with Netta Snook and soon bought her first plane, the Canary. In 1922, she set a world record for female aviators by flying to a height of 14,000 feet and obtained her pilot's license in 1923, becoming the 16th woman in the U.S. to do so. Transatlantic flights and records. In 1928, Amelia was invited to participate in a transatlantic flight as a passenger, which garnered her global attention. Her defining moment came on May 20, 1932, when she completed her first solo transatlantic flight, becoming the first woman to fly solo non-stop across the Atlantic Ocean. She continued to set numerous records, including solo flights from Honolulu to Oakland and from Los Angeles to Newark. Amelia Earhart's final flight. Amelia Earhart was a fervent advocate for women's rights and firmly believed in the equal capabilities of women in all fields, including aviation. Her fearless spirit and trailblazing efforts paved the way for future generations of female pilots and served as a source of inspiration for millions worldwide. Little did she know what awaited her in the future. Sudden disappearance. On June 1, 1937, Amelia set out on her audacious journey around the globe, departing from Miami, Florida, with her navigator Fred Noonan in a Lockheed Electra 10E. They flew eastward, stopping in South America, Africa, India, Thailand, and Indonesia, facing challenges like difficult weather and foreign landing zones. In early July, they arrived in Lae, Papua New Guinea, preparing for the most difficult portion of their journey, a flight over the Pacific Ocean to Howland Island. Despite meticulous planning and coordination with the U.S. Coast Guard cutter Itasca, their flight on July 2, 1937, ended in tragedy. Radio connections grew increasingly difficult, and Amelia's last report suggested they were low on fuel and unable to locate the island. The first search. The loss of Amelia and Fred triggered one of history's greatest search and rescue missions, covering more than 250,000 square miles of the Pacific Ocean. Despite extensive efforts by the U.S. Navy and Coast Guard, no evidence of Amelia, Fred, or their plane was found. The search mission, lasting several weeks, was eventually terminated due to insufficient information and diminishing hope. Theories and speculations. Over the years, many theories have surfaced regarding Amelia's fate. One theory suggests that Amelia was on a covert espionage mission for the U.S. government, gathering intelligence on Japan. This theory is supported by evidence of a secret meeting with advisors to President Franklin D. Roosevelt before her final flight and her decision to change her flight path, potentially for strategic reasons. Another theory proposes that Amelia survived and returned to the United States with a new identity. Joe Klass's book, Amelia Earhart Lives, suggests that Amelia was taken prisoner by the Japanese military and later brought back to the U.S. as Irene Bolam. This theory gained attention when journalist Randall Brink found evidence linking Irene Bolam to Amelia. Clues to Amelia Earhart's disappearance. There were no public records of Bolam before the mid-1940s, leading to theories she might have taken on a different identity. Advocates of this theory highlighted the physical resemblances between Bolam and Earhart, along with purported discrepancies in Bolam's background. Bolam refuted any association with Amelia Earhart and pursued legal measures against those spreading the theory. Adding to the enigma, former psychologist James Francis Kelly asserted that Archbishop Francis Joseph Spellman assigned him the responsibility of repatriating Earhart to the United States. Kelly contended that Earhart had adopted a new persona to evade public attention and retreat to a peaceful existence. In 1940, a notable find was made on Gardner Island, formerly known as Nikumaroro, 3 years after Earhart's mysterious vanishing. British settlers came upon a variety of objects and clues, including 13 bone fragments potentially belonging to a female. These discoveries rekindled aspirations of resolving the enigma of Earhart's disappearance. Among the items found were a piece of plexiglass resembling a window of Earhart's Lockheed Electra, a woman's shoe from the 1930s, makeshift tools, and a cosmetic jar. These suggested the presence of someone from Earhart's time on the island. Unfortunately, the bones were subsequently lost, leading to uncertainty surrounding their true origin. Gardner Island posed distinct difficulties and hints. Situated in the isolated Pacific region, it is recognized for its thick plants and rough landscape. Additionally, large coconut crabs inhabit the island, adding an eerie dimension to theories about Earhart and Noonan's potential fate if they crash-landed on the island alive but injured. Discovery of Amelia Earhart's plane. Amelia Earhart's plane, a subject of speculation and mystery for 87 years, was finally found on January 24, 2024. The discovery was made by a group of researchers led by underwater explorer Robert Ballard, renowned for uncovering the wreckage of the Titanic. Funded by National Geographic, the search concentrated on the remote Pacific atoll of Nikumaroro. Ballard and his team used advanced sonar and underwater imaging technology to survey the ocean floor near Nikumaroro, resulting in the discovery of a debris field resembling Earhart's plane. The wreckage, found at a depth of around 2,000 feet, contained aircraft parts aligning with the Lockheed Electra specifications. Ballard's team meticulously recorded the remnants and gathered samples for further examination. They found fragments of the fuselage, engine parts, and metal pieces resembling the Lockheed Electra. Confirming the find required thorough analysis and comparison with historical documents and images. The National Transportation Safety Board, Lockheed Martin, and historians collaborated to validate the wreckage. The meticulous recovery operation involved retrieving artifacts and plane pieces using remotely operated vehicles. Sediment samples were collected to assess environmental factors impacting the plane's condition post-landing or crash. The plane wreckage found near Nikumaroro supports the idea that Earhart and Noonan may have survived a crash and lived on the island as castaways. Previous discoveries, such as a woman's shoe, also back up this theory. The discovery of Earhart's plane is about solving a mystery and celebrating the enduring human spirit of exploration. Recovering the plane brings closure to the families of Earhart and Noonan, honoring their legacy as pioneers in aviation. The recovered artifacts will be preserved and studied for years, revealing new insights into one of the greatest mysteries of the 20th century. Amelia Earhart's legacy has been honored through various tributes and memorials. In 2012, U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton recognized Earhart's impact on U.S. Pacific ties. Flying Magazine acknowledged Earhart's significant contributions to aviation in 2013. Earhart gained international fame due to her charismatic personality, independence, courage, and determination. Her mysterious disappearance solidified her place in popular culture, with numerous articles and books highlighting her life story. Recognized as a feminist icon, Earhart's achievements paved the way for future generations of female aviators, including the Women Air Force Service pilots, WASP, who served during World War II. The Amelia Earhart Birthplace Museum and the annual Amelia Earhart Festival in Atchison, Kansas, celebrate her enduring legacy in aviation history.